Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. Down below, there is a link. Tenkar's there. Tavern.games/DTRPG. It's a shortened link to take you over to Drive Through RPG. If you want to hit Drive Through, if you're looking for PDFs, print on demand, if you shop through the link, you put a few coins in the Tavern's pockets. It's a great way to support the channel. Besides that, like, subscribe. So let's dive into today's video. I'm going to be doing gaining experience levels in AD&D 1E, but before we look at those, there's a prior paragraph that I never recall reading whatsoever, and I thought I'd throw it in. Any character killed and subsequently restored to life by means of a spell or device other than a ring of regeneration will earn an experience point bonus award of 1,000 points. This will materially aid characters of lower levels of experience, while it will not unduly affect earned experience for those of higher level. As only you can bestow this award, you may also feel to decline to give it to player characters who are particularly foolish or stupid in their actions, which immediately preceded death, particularly if such characters are not sadder but wiser for the happening. I do not recall ever reading, hey, if you get raised or resurrected or brought back by a wish, you get 1,000 experience points. I never recall that. So, gaining experience levels. I do recall this. This is one of the first things that I said, there's no way in fucking hell I am following this as written and happening. It would have destroyed my gaming group, honestly. Experience points are merely an indicator of the character's progress towards greater proficiency in his or her chosen profession. Upward progress is never automatic. Just because Nell Nimblefingers, rogue of the Thieves Guild, has managed to acquire 1,251 experience points does not mean that she suddenly becomes Nell Nimblefingers the Footpad. The gaining of sufficient experience points is necessary to indicate that a character is eligible, emphasis, to gain a level of experience, but the actual award is a matter for you, the DM, to decide. And then you go into the weeds. Consider the natural functions of each class of character. Consider also the professed alignment of each character. Briefly assess the performance of each character after an adventure. Did he or she perform basically in the character of his or her class? Were his or her actions in keeping with his or her professed alignment? Mentally classify the overall performance as, and this reminds me of elementary school grading. Excellent. Few deviations from norm. That's a 1. Superior. Deviations minimal but noted. That's a 2. Fair. F. Fair performance. More norm than deviations. That's a 3. P. Poor. Poor showing with aberrant behavior. That's a 4. So now they give you examples. And by the way, if you put this into if you grade your group after each session, and I'm not going to say I never did that. I'm just going to say it would not be successful, would not really lead to a very happy gaming group. Clerics who refuse to help and heal or do not remain faithful to their deity, fighters who hang back from combat or attempt to steal, or fail to boldly lead, magic users seek to engage in melee or ignore magic items they could employ in crucial situations. Ah, shit, I forgot to use that. Penalty. Thieves who boldly engage in frontal attacks or refrain from acquisition of an extra bit of treasure when the opportunity presents itself, stealing from the party. Okay. Cautious characters who do not pull their own weight. These are all clear examples of a poor rating. Ooh, jeez. Award experience points normally. Okay, fair enough. When each character is given his or her total, also give them an alphabetic rating. E, S, F, or P for poor. When a character's total experience points indicate eligibility for an advancement level, use the alphabetic assessment to assign equal weight to the behavior of the character during each separate adventure, regardless of how many or how few experience points were gained in each. The resulting total is then divided by the number of entries to come up with some number from 1 to 4. This number indicates the number of weeks the character must spend in study and or training before he or she actually gains the benefits of the new level. Okay. Be certain that all decimals are retained, as 0.145 equals 1 day. So those who, we learned a lot of math in our AD&D 1A days. Not only must game time be spent by the character desiring advancement, but treasure will have to be spent as well. The amount of gold pieces, or the equivalent in value of gems, jewelry, magic items, etc., is found by using the simple formula. Level of the trainee character times 1500 is equal to the weekly cost during study training. Now, superior play is a 2. So superior play is 2 weeks of training. So the average, or the above average, the well played first level character is going to require 3,000 gold pieces of treasure to level up. So that means in your party of 5, you will have to have accumulated 15,000 gold pieces in treasure to level up that party. Or you're going to grade them very generously. And everybody was excellent. Well, that's the level of the aspiring character should be computed at current, not gained level. Initial study and or training must be conducted under the tutelage of a character of the same class and profession of the trainee. Okay. Now, the exception, a character with a performance score under 2. So you're 1.9, 1.97, because of your fucking fractions. Need not be tutored, but the study and or training time will be twice the indicated period. 1 week becomes 2, 1.2 becomes 2.4, yada, 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 which also means you're doubling the cost. If the character has a performance score of 2 or greater, and he or she is unable to locate a mentor to train under, the character must remain at his or her current level until such a time as a tutor be located and the necessary training and or study course paid for and completed before any gain of experience level is granted. Note that self-training costs more as expenses are per week and the potential option of service is excluded. So, now I may have missed this in my read over here. Oh yeah, all right, I did. Note that the tutor might possibly accept some combination of gold and or service in return for his tutelage. You're going to be doing service for every level game. But there's a problem with that. You have a party of 5. All 5 characters are in hoc to a tutor. 5 different quests. Well, isn't that exciting? I don't know, folks. I actually shouldn't say that. I think I tried to use this once, and it was a 4. It was poorly received. I was showing aberrant behavior by doing such shit to my players. So I'd like to hear from you. Do you remember well, first off, do you remember giving 1,000 experience points to somebody raised from the dead or resurrected or wished back? I don't recall that. Do you remember grading your players' actions per session? Oh, well, Dave, he's a pain in the ass today. I'll give him an F for fuck up. Well, fair. Sorry, fair. That takes away the impartiality of being the judge, right? Of being the DM. No good. No good would come from that. Folks, let me know how it worked for you in your groups. Did you use this? Do you remember this rule? I remember it. I just remember we quickly ignored it. Folks. Oh, and by the way, that training gets more and more expensive. But it was way too expensive for first level characters. Um, today's July 4th. As such, I may get another video up tonight. We shall see. I shall try. But other than that, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. If you're in the United States, happy 4th of July. Happy birthday to the country. And have a blessed day. I'll catch you later. Bye now.